Welcome to my first video. I'm really excited to start reviewing some whiskeys with everybody.
I'm Michael with Eat Whiskey. We're going to get started with
Torabhaig, which I believe is how you pronounce it. I looked it up. It is the brand new distillery, opened in 2017 out in the Isle of Skye. The second legal distillery to be opened out there, which first one being Talisker, a very well-known and great distillery. And you know, I'll go into a little bit more about the distillery itself after we taste, but let's get right into it. Ooh, a little vapor came off the top there. So this is a non-chill filtered, no color added. So for 3 years in the barrel, this I think has a very beautiful color. I would say, you know, light or pale gold. You can smell the peat right off the bat. I get that sea salt that has just been breathing in and out of that wood during the 3 years of maturation. Very easy on the nose, no burn, very smooth. Start to get some vanilla. Caramel, some light citrus fruit, maybe lemon pith. Ooh. It is beautiful. It smells amazing and really smooth. I can't wait to actually taste some. For 3 years old, just getting started, brand new distillery. Ooh, that's good. That smells so good. Starting to get more fruits. Ooh, maybe apples, green apples. Pear, definitely I get orchard fruit. Starting to get a little marzipan and some sweeter notes. All right, I can't take it anymore. I gotta drink some. Gotta try it. I've been, again, hunting this bottle down, watching everybody in Europe get it, not knowing if or when it was gonna come to the United States. Finally found it in New Jersey, of all places. Always check New Jersey, especially for whiskey. A lot of great places for whiskey in New Jersey. All right, here we go. Again, so smooth, so easy for such a young dram. Get that peat again, which, you know, they say well tempered, but I've definitely had much lighter peated whiskeys. This is very, you know, the peat is there, it's forward, but it is refined. I get what they're saying. It's not the full punch in your face you can get from an Isle peated. So much on the flavor, so much. Caramel, toffee. You know, I get those orchard fruits again, but in the smell I thought they were fresher. In the flavor I think they're a little more overripe, a little mushier, the ones you find on the ground. Just like the smoothness in smelling it, it's smooth in your mouth. It doesn't, it's not burning. It's not dulling any of my taste buds or creating any harsh fumes that make it hard to breathe or smell. Absolutely delicious. I would say medium bodied, oily, stays in the mouth, has a good finish, good pretty long finish, not the longest finish I've had, but pretty long finish. See what starts to come out. I definitely taste the wood it's been in. Get those oak flavors and maybe some other fruits, maybe even papaya. I might be crazy, probably crazy, but some papaya on the finish. Wonderful. This, I mean, how exciting. A new distillery, Isle of Skye, which, if you haven't been there, Isle of Skye. It is an incredible, amazing place. I was there 2017, which I'd like to think, since this distillery started 3 years ago, and this liquid was distilled 3 years ago and aged, that this bottle could have possibly been distilled while I was on the Isle of Skye. What a lovely thought. Just an exciting start. So, we've talked about how to say the name, Torabhaig, and if I get it wrong at any point, it's because I'm still figuring it out. I definitely called it Torabhaig for a little bit until learning. A little bit more about how they got started. When they did start their distillery out there on Skye, they hired, I believe, 9 distillers with up to 200 years of experience. And then they brought on 9, I believe, locals that were willing to train as apprentices. And the 9 apprentices have now become the distillers. And I'm gonna, attempt their names. So if I get any of these wrong, I apologize. But I believe the 9 distillers of Torabhaig are Niall Culbertson, Douglas Stewart, Iona McPhee, Myra Campbell, John McKinnon, Kieran Roberts, David McKellar, Neil Nicholson, David McDonald. And I believe each of them will be releasing their own special limited edition bottles of whiskey that they made during their apprenticeship. So that should be something exciting. This bottle is their inaugural bottle. And obviously, for being the first bottle that they released, it is, I believe, a batch of 100 barrels that they chose and that they bottled 32,000 roughly bottles from. So, very limited. I'm super honored to get some and try some. I do recommend, if you get some, try it. What a delicious dram. What a good start. The Legacy Series that this, I believe, is hinting to, as it's the first bottle, so this is an assumption I am making, but I believe the Legacy Series will be a series of different other younger ages under 10 that they will come out with until they reach that 10-year mark, and then they'll most likely come out with a Torabhaig 10-year and start building out their other core expression. And I'm excited. I'm gonna follow them closely and try every single one I can get. Again, I'm honored to get this one. The bottle is beautiful. If You know, if you haven't seen anything or checked it out too much, it's got a round bottom, square top, so an interesting shape, a cool 3 label pattern on the front with this little like cutout, so the beautiful liquid is shown more. Hiding under this foil, and I am going to take this off, because hiding under this foil is another beautiful little detail on this bottle that I'm not going to forget. Torabhaig is imprinted into the glass on 2 sides there, and that is again just a beautiful bottle, beautiful liquid, a beautiful whiskey from one of the most beautiful places on the planet. So thank you again for joining me. If you like what you see, subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for my next video and my next review, and we'll keep this going. Thank you so much for joining.